Hey, so I just wanted to give a quick video overview of what I've been working on with automated testing. And I figured this would be a good way for people to be able to see what I'm doing and hopefully get a better understanding of some of the ways I would say not to try to do this because I discovered a variety of things that I think are just not quite there yet. So just to give you an overview of what my goal was, I wanted to be able to take like an English type of script that anyone would be able to write, maintain, edit, that kind of thing. Describe what was going to happen on a web page, and then be able to execute that and kind of return what the results were, say if there were any errors, etc. So my first thought was, well, vision models. Vision models are pretty good. This would be a good way for us to be able to kind of slice up the screen into pieces, and from those pieces be able to, have the application be able to say, well, if someone said, for example, we want to put this into product name, we should be able to tell what the product name field is and just be able to put this text into it. Well, vision models didn't work super well. For some things, for very small, very simple screens, they were pretty good. But when we started getting into a little bit more complicated screens, trying to have it divide the screens up into pieces, recognize what all the elements were, not so good. You can see there's potentially a lot of overlap with the controls. And the vision models that I was really focused on, one was OmniParser by Microsoft, YOLO, and then Meta's Segment Anything. And again, they were pretty good. They were pretty good at being able to separate things into pieces. But unfortunately, what I would see is there'd be areas of overlap, or controls would just be missed, or even like text would be missed, and really can't have any of that happening. We need to be able to really separate them. So after playing with these different ways of trying to segment up the screen for a while, sometimes we did a pretty good job. Like this is an example of what Segment Anything got. Did a pretty good job of recognizing the different things, but then it would just miss fields, which need to be at 100% if we're going to actually use this realistically. So, after that, I decided, what, the vision models don't look like they're really there yet. Kind of a slow way to go. Is there any other way to do this? And started to discover that Playwright was actually really, really good at being able to give me all the fields on the screen, all the text that basically were prompts or etc. for the field, what type of controls they were. I mean, obviously I knew that, looking at the DOM and the information in there was going to be a way that we could get everything. But I, didn't really want to go that route if I didn't have to. But I was, surprised how well this worked and a lot of the functionality that it gave me. So this actually seems like a pretty good route to go right now. So, a couple things I needed then to be able to take, again, this kind of process and be able to turn it into something that could be run. So my first thought was, all right, let's take this script and see if we can turn this into some structured JavaScript, something that would look like this. The process of being able to do this was actually fairly easy. I basically just made a process that could go through, investigate what the statements were, basically what it was saying had to be done, being able to find the controls, etc., using information that it had gotten out of Playwright to be able to transform, essentially what the person had said the fields were into what the fields were actually on the form, and be able to report any issues if there were any, like it was not able to do a translation. So, basically able to then do the transformation into something that would look like this. And one of the things that you'll notice, I just want to go back to this test script here. One of the things that you'll notice about this, there's nothing in here that says to wait, delay till something, shows up on the screen, nothing like that. And that was really my goal. You don't really want your users having to think in terms of waits. So that was something that I wanted the process to be able to handle. If a control was not displayed yet, that should be something that the test runner should be able to handle. And so, being able to get to that point, I think was pretty helpful. So, like I mentioned, using a script, simple script, to be able to generate, this JSON, then this JSON can be executed by my test runner. So we'll just take a quick look at that Playwright test runner. And then this piece, actually, I have a step in here that I can use to actually record this if I want to. So we'll do that in a minute here. But I wanted to, again, give you guys kind of just a quick look at what I was doing. because I think this could, in theory, make just automated testing in general a whole lot easier. Okay, so now I'm going to rerun the script. And we'll see the Playwright window pop up. And what you're going to notice is the bottom of the screen there's no controls. Now they're starting to load because I've set the location. You notice, again, I didn't have to say anywhere, hey, wait for these controls to load. Does not have to be part of the script. And you know, the reason for it basically is with Playwright, you're able to tell if the DOM is reloading, if you know, additional fields are being loaded, or if anything's changing, which is super helpful. Then I can just use that instead of, again, having to have the users be involved to have to specify delays or rescanning the screen or anything like that. So, you know, pretty simple. You know, just wanted to walk through again at a real high level. Maybe I'll dig a little bit more into the script pieces, but again, seems pretty straightforward, and I think it's going to make it really easy in general for users to be able to maintain my scripts. Thanks for watching.